আচ্ছা, প্রেমাংশু আমাদেরকে কিছু কোয়েশ্চেন দিয়েছে। প্রথম কোয়েশ্চেনটা হচ্ছে, রাইট অ্যান এক্সপ্রেশন ফর দি পোটেনশিয়াল এনার্জি অফ এ বডি অফ মাস এম প্লেসড অ্যাট এ হাইট এইচ অ্যাবাভ দ্য আর্থ সারফেস, স্টেট দ্য অ্যাজাম্পশন মেড এনি। তো আমরা প্রথমে এটাকে একটু দেখব, প্রেমাংশুর প্রথম কোয়েশ্চেনটা। আচ্ছা, এই কোয়েশ্চেনটা আছে চ্যাপ্টার 2B, এক্সারসাইজ কোয়েশ্চেন নাম্বার 7। এটা সেলিনার বইয়ে আছে। আচ্ছা, একটু কোয়েশ্চেনটা দেখব। পোটেনশিয়াল এনার্জির এক্সপ্রেশন বার করতে বলেছে একটা বডি যার মাস এম, যেটা হাইট এইচ অ্যাবাভ দ্য আর্থ সারফেসে রয়েছে। ওকে, মনে করো এইটা হচ্ছে আমার আর্থ সারফেস। এখন আর্থ সারফেস থেকে এইচ হাইট উপরে কোনো একটা বডি আছে। যদি ধরি ইফ এইচ ভেরি ভেরি লেস দ্যান আর, শুধুমাত্র সেই কেসটাতেই আমরা লিখতে পারি যে পোটেনশিয়াল এনার্জি ইকুয়ালস টু এম জি এইচ। এখানে একটা কোয়েশ্চেন জিজ্ঞেস করা হয়েছে, স্টেট দ্য আজাম্পশন মেড। আজাম্পশন এটাই যে দিস ইজ অনলি ভ্যালিড ওয়েন the height above the earth's surface is much lesser than the radius of the earth. So all of you need to write this down. The assumption in this case is that the height above the earth's surface, which is h, is considered to be much lesser than the radius of the earth. Okay, so this is the question. State the assumption. This is the assumption. Okay, now okay, we will do the next question. The next question is question number 11. Let us do question number 11. Question number 11 says a body of mass m is moving with a uniform velocity. Okay, the uniform velocity is u. So if u is the uniform velocity, then it is also the initial velocity. Okay, now a force F is applied on the body, due to which its velocity increases from u to v. Okay, if its velocity increases to v, then what is the final velocity? Yes, we can write the final velocity equals to v. Now, how much work is being done by the force? So its velocity has increased. Has its mass changed? No. So we can write initial kinetic energy as half m u square. We can write final kinetic energy as half m v square. So suppose you are applying a force, and if you are applying a force, the velocity of the body is increasing. That means you are doing work on that body. Now that work is stored in the form of kinetic energy. So if you apply more amount of work, more will be the increase in kinetic energy. That means the change in kinetic energy is actually the work done by you. So remember, according to work energy theorem, the change in kinetic energy is the work done by the person. Okay, who has done the work in this case? A force applied on the body. So suppose I have applied the force on the body. Therefore the change in kinetic energy will be final minus initial. Final kinetic energy minus initial kinetic energy. This will be the change in energy. This will be the change in kinetic energy, and just now we told the change in kinetic energy is the work done. So this is the work done. So let us write this one. So if we write work done as W, we can write half mv square minus half mu square equals to work done W, or half m v square minus u square equals to the work done W. Okay, this was an easy question. For questions like these, you need to get into the concept. This will be easier for you then. Okay. Okay, now Primangshu has given us another question. Let us do this question number 13. Okay, what does question number 13 say? It says that two bodies A and B have masses m and capital M. Now capital M is much greater than small m. Okay, and they have the same kinetic energy. The question asked is which body will have more momentum. The question is which body will have more momentum. Now let us understand this one. So the kinetic energies are same, that means KEs are same. Okay, we know the relation that P equals root over 2 me, where E is the kinetic energy. We can write the kinetic energy as E also. Now let P, let this be small p, let this be small p, and let small p be root over 2me, and let capital P be root over 2 capital M into E. Okay, let us divide both of them. So if we divide P by small p, we will get root over 2 capital M E by root over 2 small m e. See, we can deduct the parts in this way. We can give a big root, then 2 capital M E by 2 small m e. 2 cancels out, E cancels out, as the kinetic energy is same. Or capital P by small p equals to root over capital M by root over small m. If capital M greater than small m, then root over capital M will also be greater than root over small m. Now the question is asked which body will have more momentum. Now if root m greater than root over small m, then we can write root capital M by root over small m is greater than 1. In this equation we can write or capital P by small p will be greater than 1, or capital P will be greater than small p. Now body A has mass small m, so small p is the momentum of body A. So this is the momentum of body A, capital P is the momentum of body B. Therefore momentum of body B is greater. You got the idea? We need to perform this kind of operations. Okay, now let us see question number 20. It has been asked, in what way does the temperature of water at the bottom of a waterfall differ from the temperature at the top? Okay, suppose let us imagine a waterfall. Suppose this is the waterfall. Water is coming from the top of the waterfall and water is falling at the bottom. We will observe two portions. First we will observe this portion, let us tell it as B. Then we will observe this portion, let us tell it, this one be A, this one be B. Okay, now A is at a height above B, so potential energy of water at A is more. Here U is more, and potential energy will continuously decrease and change to kinetic energy as the water will fall down. So kinetic energy at B is more, potential energy at A is more. Now if the water falls down, what will happen? The kinetic energy will increase. That's why the water falling on the rocks will do some more amount of work. Now that work gets converted into energy. What kind of energy? That work will get converted into heat energy. So here the kinetic energy gets converted into heat energy. This will get converted into heat energy. So in the above portion heat is less, in the lower portion heat is more. So the temperature at the top will be lesser than the temperature at the bottom. Is that clear? So it has been asked, in what ways does the temperature of water at the bottom of waterfall differ from the temperature at the top? Write down the temperature is more at the bottom. The temperature is more at the bottom but less at the top. For the reason, write down potential energy changes to kinetic energy. Potential energy changes to kinetic energy. The kinetic energy does work and heat is produced. This will be the simple answer. So Primangshu's exercise question has been solved. All of you see this question and I hope it will be helpful for rest of you also.